This is my Week 11 technology assignment based on the Pluto trigger. I'm an avid photographer, and I'm always trying to explore new types of photography. And what this trigger allows me to do is to attempt what's called water droplet crash photography, which is I bought, along with the trigger, this computerized tube that'll let me time water droplets. And the idea is to release one that'll drop into a glass of water. When that rebounds after hitting the surface of the water, to time another drop to hit that first drop during the rebound and create a crash. I've watched some videos on it. I've yet to try it. This will be my first attempt. I have my camera. They recommend a macro lens. I don't have a macro lens, but I have a nice big 70-300. And I have an extension tube. Well, 3 of them, and these will turn any lens into a macro lens. I have my old Galaxy 5, which will become my trigger. If things go well, I have some ways to modify the water. I got a thickening agent, another one, some powdered milk in case I want to make the water opaque. And I got some food coloring, so let's see how this goes. Well, here's how it went. It didn't go as smooth as I had hoped. This was, all the parts eventually went together, and figuring out a few things here and there, getting different triggers to work, getting my camera to wirelessly fire off my flash, but everything eventually came together. I couldn't get my old Galaxy to work, so I had to download the app to my new Note 8, but eventually got in. Then it came to timing everything, which is crazy because you're dealing with microseconds. So it took a while, got a lot of misses, eventually found it though. Eventually dialed it in and found it. And this took it took hours. I put about 7 hours into figuring all this out and finally getting some images. So I didn't get to the milk or the food coloring. I will eventually, but here are my results. This is a failure, actually. This is just a droplet hitting the water. And here's another one of the failures before I dialed it in right. Put a filter on front of the flash to get that coloring. Here's another spectacular failure. I'm still dialing in, trying to find when the delay between the water drops so they'd crash together, when the shutter of the camera should go. That one was pretty close. That was almost. Finally, I found these settings. I figured it out. And here's getting close. A little closer. And there. Okay, starting. I got a collision. I got another collision. And there we go. We're starting to get where the first droplet explodes and makes almost like a mushroom. There we go. And that's it right there. That's the first true success. Again, I put the filter back on and I got this one. And then I underlit it, which I really liked how this came out. I got a couple of these. I really look forward to doing some more with this, but I think this was a success. The trigger was awesome, and I hope you enjoy the images.